What up, what up, what up, what up, what up to another edition of Moment with the Messiah. It is the one and only Mr. Vega, the Messiah, holding it down for honest assholes. You already know what it is, baby. You asked for it, I'm gonna keep giving it to you. Y'all love what I'm doing. I'm doing it for the culture. I'm doing it for not just for the culture, but for my people. Everybody who's been tuning in, I really want to thank y'all. We've been going hard for the past 3 years, gained so many followers, gained so much experience, and I just want to share to the world. I'm in a good place. I just turned 39, so I'm out here just doing what I got to do to make it, just to get it popping. So again, thank you to everyone that's been rocking with us. Shout out to the team, Mizzle. Shout out to D Nut. Shout out to Juice. Shout out to Lala. Shout out to Sasha. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with the crew. You feel me? Honest assholes, baby. Now, y'all already know when it comes to the moment with the Messiah, this segment, these interviews are all about giving my guests their flowers, their praise, and just at the end of the day, their moment. And I'm the Messiah, and my the moment with the Messiah is an honor for me because I get a chance to interact and talk to artists, actors, etc., etc. This is just what I do. So I'm all about giving flowers. And with that being said, tonight's guest is very special. You know, I've been a fan of this sister for a long time. Like I'm talking like middle school fan. You feel me? When I first reached out to her, first of all, when I first seen her back on social media, I was like, "Oh wow, is that? Yes, that is her." And I was like, when I reached out to her, let me see if she would like to have a moment with the Messiah. She's very popular. She's very known. And I would like to give y'all the pleasure and the opportunity to listen to the one and only Miss Menage a Trois. How you doing, Queen?
Hello, how are you? Nice seeing
Um,
you, Messiah.
yes, yes, indeedy. It's nice seeing you too. Glad you're here. I know last week we had a little fender bender, but you know
Yes,
we
yes,
right here. We
yes,
was
but we got through
prepared.
that.
Yes, definitely, definitely. You know, and I've been going really hard too promoting this episode as well. You know, people have really been looking forward. You actually have the few times that you collaborated with the Flyers. A lot of your fans were really waiting for it, so I didn't want to disappoint them. I wanted to make sure. And most
Well,
of
that is
all,
flattering for me. I really appreciate the fans and I really appreciate you inviting me on your show. And I love your show. It's awesome. And I really enjoy the honesty.
yes, that's what we do. I try to tell people this is a lane where you can come on here and you can talk your shit. You know,
Yes.
we talk about everything. Like first, like when I first started doing this, we were like extremely ratchet. We were
Mhm,
like
mhm.
extremely ratchet. But you know, we have to rise to our full potential. Let's talk a little bit more than just some freaky shit. And we did a good job on that. That's why,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
everybody
you know
loved.
what? It's okay to start off ratchet. I started off ratchet, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, and just the versatility that we bring to the show. That's why I tell people I don't just have rap artists on my show. You know, I have actors, comedians. You know,
Mhm.
you are actually my second former adult star. You know, and I'm like, okay,
Okay,
I'm moving up. You know, in the bracket. You know what I'm saying? But again, I appreciate you for just coming to bless the platform. You know what I'm saying? Um,
absolutely. I am so glad to be here. It's a
yeah,
wonderful time to be alive right now in the world in general. So
yeah,
it's really awesome. So I'm glad.
definitely. So I'm all about giving like funny like stories, like funny like backgrounds of certain things, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give you just a quick summary of how I first found out who you were, like who
Okay.
you are. You know what I'm saying? I believe the year was maybe 1998. You know, give it takes. You know, I was teenager, just turned 13. You know what I'm saying? Um, getting noticing, starting to interact more with girls. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the teenager thing. You know, and I believe like every kid, every kid, especially during my era,
Mhm.
has definitely have parents that have an adult film collection.
Absolutely.
That's just no. I
For
come
sure.
from the yes. I come from the VHS era. I'm talking like the tapes were red. Certain tapes were red. Certain tapes were black. So like any other teenager, sneak away when the parents was gonna look at a video. And sure enough, you were one of the first videos I seen you, and I was like, I'm 30 now, mind you, I'm 13. I'm
Shocker.
like, I'm literally like, it was just you and some light skinned iced tea looking nigga with a ponytail. That's all I remember. And I was just like my eyes just being big. And I'm like,
Okay.
so I'm like, she's tall. I'm like, she's tall. She got that promiscuous walk. I'm like, and then as I get older, other, videos and whatnot. So I'm sitting here like, okay, well, let me just open up the segment. How I found out about her. You know what I'm saying? At the age of 13. So just to sit here at 39 to have a conversation with you, it's dope. It's very dope. So with that being said, let's get up in this thing
Okay.
called the moment with the Messiah. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
my first question I'm gonna ask you because people. Well, for starters, people that don't give a quick introduction of who you were, and of just a quick summary for the people that don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Minaj. I started doing adult films in like 1994. Before that, I was an adult. I was a stripper. My name was Chocolate Shake, and I ran Dallas. And I used to strip
Hey,
and make all the money, win all the body contests. I had no breast or not. I had little small breasts, but I had a nice body. And I used to win the contest. And I I grew up out here in Texas, so I'm a real country girl. And um, I did a lots of maybe 238 films, adult films, and been in Blacktail magazine, Sister magazine, all the old adult magazines back in the day. Uh, and from
you were
there,
also not to cut you off. You were also in a Beanie Siegel video.
absolutely, I did Beanie
I rem-
Siegel's video.
I remember.
I would get in the
Yep,
club.
I remember. I remember that video was
I did,
popping.
yeah.
That video
I
was
did
popping.
I did three times crazy's video called "Keeping It on the Real." Way back in the early '90s, Ron Hightower produced this, who directed this music video, and it was a rap group in Oakland called Three Times Crazy. And I did that was the first music video I ever did, so it was so fun. Then I went on to do HBO Real Sex. I did a
I
lot of
remember that episode. That episode was
yeah.
crazy. y'all was in the barbershop and some more shit. I remember that.
I think I was the first one to bring the strip club to the barbershop.
Yes, yes. I forgot who the sister you was with. She was known too, but
Her
y'all
name
was
was
in there getting it.
Patra. Patra,
Yes,
my
yes.
homegirl
I remember.
Patra,
Yeah.
Apache, ET, those girls from New York. Those were my friends from New York. Yeah, and I went on to do a reality show with Snoop Dogg. It's called Coach Snoop. My son
I remember that. I
years
seen
old
that
now,
too.
and he's 21 now and still in college
Yes.
about his life. But yeah, done a few things.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I have to bring that up because I was want to let you know that's how long I go back as a fan because I remember that Beanie Siegel video. Beanie Siegel is one of my favorite rappers, so
Absolutely.
that
He's
video
one of my favorite rappers to this day. He's a
exactly.
very, very much an intelligent man. And he's not like, a cock hounder. And, there's a lot of rappers out there that'll just want to sleep with you or something like that. That wasn't him. Um, we're like family. We're friends. We're very much like brother and sister. I'd go to his house in South Philly and just kick it.
That's dope. That's dope when you can build a solid relationship by
Yeah.
starting off as a business. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of
Yes.
the day, you know what I'm saying. This is the early 2000s. Like, if I'm not mistaken, that video actually came out in 2000. So
Yeah.
I remember it vividly. So it was just at a time, young, having a good time, just building a relationship. And as you stated, you're still cool with them, and that's dope right
Oh
there.
yeah, we still cool. The best, Master P. I did the ice cream party back in the day. Um, it was a lot of. I've always done some small little things like that. I was in Vibe magazine when with Biggie on the cover. I
Hey.
did some stuff back in the day. Absolutely.
Hey, that's that's the thing. So that goes along with my first question I want to ask you, because like I said, I want to give everybody an insight and an introduction of who you are. Just a brief summary of your resume. And if anybody who follows you and knows you, you have a big summary. You have a big resume. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
So that goes along with my first question. So, as you stated, you came in the industry around '94. Now, mind you, this is a golden era of adult when it comes to being adult movies. This was a golden era. Like, I'm talking,
Was
like,
it was.
you came in the industry. I mean, you were in the industry with the Janet Jackmans, the Heather Hunters,
That's right.
the endings of I mean, I want to say Jeannie Pepper. She came a little before that, but
Yeah,
just
that's me.
just the
Love me
fact
some
that you
Bush.
were,
I love me some
yeah,
Jimmy Pepper.
yeah, and the obsessions,
Yeah.
all the, even on the guy side, the Byron Longs, the Delvon Weeds, the Tony Everetts, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
This was an era where, act like, black adult stars were, were popping. Like,
yes,
you know what I'm
yes,
saying? We're popping. But the
they
thing
were.
about it, and the thing about it, talking to a few, it was a lot of politics behind the industry. It may seem like all smiles and giggles, orgasms and shit, but it was,
Mhm.
from what I'm told, like I said, I've had conversations with Sierra Lewis, um, Hershey Ray, who's a newer person, but they just all said about the politics. So the first, along with the question I wanted to ask you, so when breaking into the adult industry, you obviously, wanted to come with a good stage name. So I must ask you, how did you come up with that name, Menage a Trois?
Oh yeah. Well, when I was a stripper named Chocolate Shake, I always had a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and so
Okay.
I didn't want to go into the business with like a little weak name like that, like Chocolate Shake. So I had to think hard, and I am the original Menage. There was no other Menage back in the day.
Facts.
Not me. So that was
Facts.
'94. So but that's why I came up with that name. I being a stripper, you're always around a lot of women, and I couldn't really decide if I liked men or women, and I wanted to be with one, but I really, really, really love men like no other. So and black men on top of that. So yeah.
And black men, we melanin popping just like y'all. You feel me? So it
Yeah.
goes together. You know what I'm saying? So now again, my next question, as I stated in the previous one, you came in like a golden era around a lot of people. So, in
Mhm.
your honest opinion, this is just Minaj's answer. You know what I'm saying? What made you so different from every other person in your era? You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you so different?
Well, first off, I was really direct when I went on a set, and I was friendly with everyone. I have lots of friends in the business. We're all really like like family.
Yeah.
Um, but what made me different was I was really hungry for I can't say fame. I needed money. I didn't even know that I was really going to be famous, or it didn't matter to me. I didn't know people even watched the stuff we were doing so much, until I went to like a grocery store and this couple chased me down. So then I was like, what's going on? I mean, I did it for the money. What are you talking about? I'm trying to just live in Hollywood. I'm just trying to make it out here in LA. So it was also, I was dating a guy, and he told me I wasn't pretty enough or cute enough to do any of that stuff. So, me being the Virgo I
Wow.
am, absolutely, me being the Virgo I am, I politely left his ass and went to LA and made that pop.
Uh-huh. In my DMX voice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you just gotta rise to the occasion on people. You know what I'm saying? Just for him
Absolutely.
to I mean, you were probably taller than him. That's probably why he said that shit.
Yeah. Oh
You know
no,
what I'm
I
saying?
really I really understood what he was saying, and I know it was about the skin color, and that's okay. He's trying to say that dark skinned women aren't really that sexy enough to make it in that industry. So I had to prove him totally wrong, and I did that.
Sure did. I give salute, salute. So by you opening that door right there, that goes perfect with my next question. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So by you being in the industry, you know what I'm saying, and it seemed like you've done a whole lot of interracial scenes as well. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I've done a few interracial scenes, but it wasn't. See, in that business, they try and put you with whoever they think that they they should work you should work with. And so
Yeah.
there was a few, interracial anal scenes and things like that. I did, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but it was kind of hard working with a few of the other white guys, as far as I'm concerned, like TT Boy and um, Peter North or whoever, those guys. It was a little bit hard working with them because of the smells and like this weird thing. They smell like mayonnaise or something. I don't know what that is. I'm not like trying to be
Oh,
okay. I am trying to be funny. I'm trying to be serious. They smell like a little bit of mayonnaise and something else.
I
Yo,
heard that. The reason why I'm laughing because I've heard that before.
yeah.
I've heard it like on both sides. Like a couple of adult male stars said the same thing, about certain white females that they have to
Right,
work with.
like, don't get it twisted, I used to be the person that would get on the set and, if I'm working with a guy and your balls ain't washed or you ain't took no shower or nothing, you're not fucking with me, and that was the problem. Like, I had a lot of issues with, one time I did, like, one of my first scenes I did with Byron Long, and I let him know right away, "I see you with your army suit on and everything, brother. But you better go and jump in that shower before you hook up with me. You understand? Because if I smell pickled feet, uh,
Mm,
onions, if I smell anything, we're not working. We're not working." And so
mm.
I used to deal with that a lot. Low hygiene vibes. I'm not saying everybody, but you got to do, even with the women, you got to do that finger check and, make sure everything,
Facts.
because if it ain't, it ain't popping.
I
Menage got to
mean,
go. And then I had a little beef with the directors about if I'm gonna work with them or not. If they don't wash, we ain't working.
ain't nothing wrong with it. That's how it's
No, it's
supposed to
not
be.
wrong with it. You got to stand up for yourself. You can't just
Facts.
go for anything.
Facts.
You know.
Facts. And
Yes.
that goes along with this next school. See, I feel like you read my mind because, like I said, a lot of these questions that I'm coming
I'm
with.
mind
So,
reading.
yeah, man. So I'm like, okay, is she? Because it goes along with the next question I'm going to ask you. Now, you said that you don't. Now, you said you don't. You said you haven't. You've gotten into it with the director or whatnot and all that other stuff. So I gotta ask you this. I really have to ask this question. Is
Mm.
there anybody in the industry, even from your era all the way up to the early 2000s, is there anybody that you like pretty much didn't get along with, or you just didn't like, did you anybody that you just knew off the rip that y'all didn't get along at all, even when y'all tried?
Um. Yeah, I didn't get along. Like I said, it was a few, Caucasian brothers that gave me up, that did some crazy shit, like picking girls up by their vagina on the set, and I have to go over there and regulate. Like, what the fuck going on in here, man? We're not doing this because
Wow.
if anybody do me like that, you're pulling back a nub. So I would, have to do little small stuff like that. But me and TT Boy never really got along. We never clicked. I did a scene with him called a movie with him called Kink Police Chronicles, and we were all the way in like San Diego or somewhere, and he was trying to like choke me, and we had to get violent on the set about it. You know,
Oh,
I'm down.
wow.
I'm down for mine. I
So
had to get.
he was trying to be on some Donald Trump shit and just grab her
Oh
by the
yeah,
coochie
some
type
old
shit.
crazy, some old crazy stuff like that, and I wasn't having it. And it's a time for that and all that, but don't be trying to do that shit to me. The thing with me is I'm done. The porn industry has been so watered down, and it's not really what it used to be, especially when they started doing the ghetto gaggers and all that, like weird stuff, women throwing up on you and all that. It just
Oh, what
it's
the
took a wrong
hell?
turn. It took a bad turn for me. I'm so glad, I got out of the business early. I got out in 1999.
Oh, right before that era. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. And the only reason why I asked,
And it was the roughest time of my life because that business is so addictive. The money is like selling.
yeah,
It's very addictive. You'll find yourself thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with myself? This is what I used to do. Now, what am I made of? Like, what am I going to do? So you have to actually restart your life. You have to change a lot of things, get new friends. It's very hard. It's not easy getting away from that business because of the money, you know.
man, I can only imagine.
Oh
The
yeah.
reason why, the reason why I asked that question because I remember when we first started, our first conversation, you had told me you had a couple words with Miss Pinky, if I'm not
Oh yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah, well, see, we had words after I got out of the business. I met her in Philadelphia at this place I worked at plenty of times, but I met her in Philadelphia, and I was just there to give her some support and meet her, and I was there anyway, just hanging out with Golden Girl. She was from the radio station. My one of my good friends was a radio host, so I was just hanging out, and she was like, "Who are you?" Oh,
Oh wow.
now, boo boo. Like, who are you? You know,
Oh,
um, Come on, sis. If it wasn't for me, I paved the way for you to be here, for you to even do this type of move, these type of things. Because at the end of the day, that's the industry is very, very much so segregated and very much so very racist. The porn industry is very racist. It's you they treat the black people different from the other people, and that's what it is. You can get that disrespect and all of that in a minute, and you don't even realize, like, wait a minute, is it because I'm black? you know um a lot of things. They do count blacks out when it comes down to that business, unless you're really doing a lot of white scenes and stuff like that. They count you.
which I heard, man. They told, man, I done heard that narrative on plenty of occasions. Like I was told that the brothers get paid more for smashing the white girls. I've heard the sisters get paid more to smash the white boys, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yep. And then the white women, a lot of white women don't work with black men at all. They have lots of black fans, but the fans don't know that they don't even like black men. And there is something out there where they're just constantly saying, "Oh, she doesn't work with black guys. She don't work with black guys. She don't work." So I started saying, "I don't work with white guys.
Mm,
I don't work with white guys." And you can get a taste of this too. I don't work with white guys. I'm not working with Dick Nasty. I got somebody I want to work with, Tony. You know,
right.
you do the
Hey,
bait and switch, and they don't like it. They hate that. So, I stayed into a few things, just trying to find a way of, like, what am I going to do next with my life? And that's the one thing a lot of these young girls need to really start thinking, like, what am I going to do after I'm done stripping? What am I
Right.
going to do after this is, you have to have plan B, C, and D.
Yeah. That's a fact. You
Yes.
know,
Yes. Oh,
I was always taught to have a plan B,
I mean,
C,
it's scripted
D,
that they
E.
end up being like street prostitutes because they don't have a plan B or plan A. You know what I'm saying? You have to really know
Yeah.
that. And also that business, the porn business is for you to get in and get out. It's not for you to stay your whole life up in there trying to do all that all the time. You know,
Yeah.
they're not doing nothing but making millions off you. You're making that one fee. Sorry about
There
that.
you go. Now you
Okay.
good.
Yeah, and if you don't like yeah, if you're not really on your grind and like kissing a lot of ass in that business, it's very hard. There's only a handful of black people in that business, in the porn business, period. Right now.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah.
S-
You can go
Like
to
speak.
you can go to a sex convention and we all are together. It's not
Yeah.
many. Yeah. It's thousands of white girls though. It's
Oh
thousands.
yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. It's like the Playboy Mansion.
Yes. It's crazy.
That's a different conversation though.
Hmm.
Um. So I gotta ask you this. Since you was on the business, all the allegations that was going on against old creepy ass Ron Jeremy. Did you ever have any encounters with that guy? That guy, he's always
Absolutely.
been a fucking creep to me.
Absolutely. I know him. I got pictures with him. I met Ron Jeremy in 95. We did a movie called Coochie's Under Fire. Um, Ron Jeremy is a trouble being, He used to smell like mothballs to me, so I don't know. I'm just
Jesus, Jesus.
smell like mothballs or something like that. Old. I can't say old people because that wouldn't be right, but you know what I mean, like somebody old person's house.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. I mean, every time he gave me troll vibes. Like this dude looks like a oh, like even when I
But he was a very sweet guy, but a very devious guy. Like sexual deviancy was his favorite thing. Like if you're talking to him, he'll just come up and grab your butt cheek or something like that. I mean, that happens a lot in the business. We're all kind of friendly with each other. So that kind of happens. It's nothing to me. I mean, it's something to the other women, but it's nothing to me. That's what he does.
yeah, man, I was just allegations like when they first started coming out one by one, and it's like it didn't surprise me, but once I started, I'm a
Are you
social
talking
media
about what the Getty's Museum? I don't know. I'm just
guy. It's just, man, let's just say, man, dude's a creep.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But with
Well, you
that being
know what?
said,
But honestly, if you um get deep into the business, you'll end up, being in trouble or getting, I can't say being in trouble, but different things will pop up from your past. The more you stay in there, the
yeah,
the more allegations you have.
that's a fact right there. Like
Yes,
seriously,
yes.
so is it safe to say, you know, you left? Does Minaj feel like she left her own impact in the business while she was there? Like, do you feel like for a fact that you left your impact and you paved the way for a lot of sisters after you?
Well, first of all, I feel like it's not that I paved the way or I made an impact. What I did do was just show other women that you can get in this business, make a name for yourself, and get the fuck out and do something else. You can actually be a mom. You can have kids. You can do other things besides this. That's a temporary life, and I really don't think I made an impact on anyone. I know I got the tongue and all that, but I really don't think so. I feel like in the future I'm going to make a bigger impact on the youth, hopefully.
So speaking of future and the youth, I'm all about giving everyone their moment. Since we coming down to an end. So speaking of the future, what's next for? Should I say your real name, or you want me to keep
Yeah, that's
calling you
fine. My
Minaj?
name is Tamika, Tamika.
So what's next for Tamika? For the rest of 2024, like what you said that you're looking forward to the future and for the youth. Like what do you have in store? Like let the world know. Give the world your moment with
All
the
right.
Messiah.
Well, I do plan on doing my podcast, Menage's World, and I want to definitely let the young women know that it's not all about being ratchet or selling your pussy and things like that. Uh, all those things have a price on them, and it's a price to pay. Like I want to give back to them to let them know that there's bigger things out there besides like the street life or just being a little thoughty thought. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be one, and I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I love the porn business, and it was fun while it lasted. But I'm a person that believes on moving on, doing bigger things. I'm working on a book, and I'm working on a documentary with
And there,
Spontaneous. We partnered up, Spontaneous Ecstasy.
okay.
Partnered up, and we're working on some things together. We're gonna start shooting some real films about real shit, real life.
There we go.
Yeah.
And see, and there you have it right there. That moment right there, you just let the world know a whole bunch of things that you're doing. Books, podcasts,
Yes.
all that.
Yes.
So with that being said, I really want to thank you for coming out tonight. This has been an extremely fun interview. I gotta ask you, if I wanted you to come back for certain topics with my crew and we could discuss and come on, would you be willing to come back on?
I would
For
love that.
sure, for sure. Because
Yes.
yes, I love it. I'll for the flyer, I'll even put you down as a special guest for the topics because I got so many topics that I got in
Yes.
store.
I have
And
so much to really let people know, and I'm I'm hoping that the young women and young men out there, recognize and realize who we are as people. We're not just some African Americans or something. We're gods and goddesses out here and spiritual beings. And I want them to know that it's okay to chase the bag, but make sure you're chasing the most high while you're chasing that bag.
and there you have it.
That's right.
Minaj, Minaj, I want to thank you for coming out. This has been another edition of Moment with the Messiah. There we go. Live streaming this Thursday, 7 p.m. California time. It's the Moment with the Messiah. Miss
Yes.
Minaj, thank you for coming out. This is the
Okay.
Messiah, baby. Let's get it. It's a
All right.
wrap.